Hello, and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business and sidestep all of the crazy things that I seem to step on. It is Tuesday, May 11th. Welcome. Great to have you here watching the show. Today I want to talk about a topic that is on all of our minds a lot, and that's how to find the right voice acting coach. And I think, that's exactly where to start with the words voice acting, because I just said voice acting as opposed to voiceover or voiceover business coach. And I think that's the idea behind us picking a coach. So there's many coaches. For example, I coach voice actors, voiceover artists, and I coach I coach people for voice acting. I coach people for their business. I coach people for marketing. I do a variety of different coaching. Plus I have a mentorship program. And so do a lot of other coaches out there. There's a lot of voice actor coaches. But here's kind of what I like to tell people to look for when you're choosing a coach. First off, just so you know, remember, you're going to choose a voiceover coach for the really sole purpose of saving you time, right? I mean, if you think about it, everything that really we need to learn is out there, but it's even if you took a moment to look through my channel and all the information and the hundreds and hundreds of videos I've put out and stuff, there's a lot of information there and it's very helpful, but it is in a sense, based on what's happening right now in my business, questions I get, it can be random. It's not tailored to any one specific person or one person's needs, like your needs or your, at any particular time. So that's where coaching comes in, right? It gives you your time back in searching and trying to find things and not knowing if, this is the right way or that's the right way or, this and that. Like it's meant to allow you to move forward faster. All right. That's the idea of coaching, at least for me. All right. And whenever I enter into coaching, it's always an idea that I am paying someone for their knowledge, but it's dependent upon what I'm going to do with that knowledge. Right. So let's go ahead and dive into one of the first thing that I look for is when I'm working with a coach or I'm looking into a coach, either do they have the knowledge or are they doing what I would like to do? Does that make sense? So a lot of times, there are coaches who might say, hey, this is what you do, that you could do that, you could do this, but they might not have a grasp on actually doing it themselves. A big thing for me in my coaching is I don't tell people things to do that I haven't personally done or been successful on myself, when it comes to actually making money. That's why I don't spend a lot of time on this channel talking about agents. It's not that I disagree with agents. It's not that I don't like them. I don't have an opinion. I don't dislike agents. I just don't use them. I'm not, so I've not been successful using an agent. So I don't tell people about agents. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the type of thing that I'm talking about, just like working with studios or something out in LA. It's not something that, I do. Now, I probably have worked with some, but I don't live in LA. I'm not a part of the union. So, I don't talk about the union from the standpoint of being a part of the union. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't have anything against it. It's just that it's not, where I come from. I'm more of a person who wants to, I represent myself and I like to show people how to find your own business, do your own thing and still make a lot of money through voiceovers. So, and you can do it either way. right? But see, that's the type of, the type of coach I am. I'm very hands-on. I'm going to help you. My goal is to help you actually, to make money. I almost said the word actually because I do think that's another thing too, right? What are you trying to accomplish? Are you looking to understand the industry as a broad philosophical type of brush and learn about, how, the union and the big players, do things right with the 0.01%? Or are you looking for something like I was more interested in figuring out the ways to actually make money. Whenever I went to do something and people told me not to do it, I kind of am that person that's like, well, if a bunch of people are telling me not to do it, maybe I should try it and see, and for myself, make up my own decision. And that's kind of led me through in this business, just because I found out that a lot of times, the people who told me not to do something, it wasn't that they were trying to be mean to me. It was just that maybe they didn't have the experience. They didn't know necessarily what they were talking about, or maybe they had heard someone else. The point I'm getting at here with you picking a coach is that you have to do some research, into if the coach is right for you. Another thing is personalities. I mean, we are adults, and the reality is that you're going to be paying a coach. Whether it's me or someone else, you're going to be paying them a lot of money to give you their knowledge, the experience that they've built. So you want to make sure, at least for me, I want to make sure that I get along with the person. You know what I mean? And a lot of times you're not going to be able to, like, as much as I want to talk to everybody, there's only, we don't have all that time during the day just to talk to people all day. So the best way to do that is you got to look at what they've put out, look at what they're doing. You know what I mean? And see if you can gather some sort of feel for who they are, the sincerity of what they're doing, does it mix with what you believe in or what and a lot of times, we go out here, I believe in X, Y, Z, but you can get a feel for, do they believe in, getting themselves out there? I try to put myself out there. I believe in transparency. And that's just something that I believe in because, I think that the more transparent we are about things, the more people are fully aware. I mean, I believe in people being able to make their own decisions. You know what I mean? So the point I'm trying to make to you is that when you go to pick a coach, make sure that you do a little bit of homework. See, hey, do I think I'm going to get along with them? Maybe I should try to reach out to them, or should I do some research on them? Maybe watch them for a while. Do they have anywhere where I can learn about them? And what does that tell me about them if they, don't have a lot of stuff out there? If I can't find them anywhere, are they really actually working? Are they, what are they trying to teach me? And what are they going to teach me? You know what I mean? Do I expect to make money? Here's something that I think is important too. Do you know what I mean? You shouldn't, and I always think too, you shouldn't have just one coach. You could have one coach at a time, but you should, because everybody's going to be different things. As much as I can teach people, I'm not going to be able to teach you how to work, how to find a good agent and things like that. That's not what I do. Do you know what I mean? So you're going to want to find someone else, I'm not, maybe like for me, if you work with me, I'm not going to teach you how to go about getting union jobs because that's not what I do. Do you know what I mean? I'm more of a scrapper. I like to work and represent myself. And, so that's what I'm going to teach you how to do. You know what I mean? So that you could be self-sufficient. And I'm not saying other coaches don't do that. Absolutely. I'm just saying that you've got to learn about what they're at, what they're telling you to do, what their thought process goes into, like, what do they believe your business should look like? What do they believe you should be trying to get? And that's another thing too. Make sure that whenever you go into anything, you have a specific goal yourself. Like, am I trying to learn how to narrate, fiction audiobooks to where I can, do some better auditions? Do you know what I mean? And what is better? I mean, I think the problem a lot of us go into any situation, whether it's coaching or business, maybe we're not quite clear enough what we expect. And then we can get frustrated with coaches or the outcomes because we maybe weren't quite clear. So anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that, look at the people that you're interested in doing coaching with. See, are they doing what I want to do? If you can't find what they're doing, okay, ask them, see where they are, see what they're, get some, like, are they doing the work you want to do? If they're not doing the work or they're not doing work or you can't find any work, that doesn't mean they're not great coaches, and it doesn't mean that they haven't done it in the past. It's just you might have to dig a little deeper. You might have to try to find out, because here's the thing. I mean, you're not going to ask, I always love this, right? You're not going to ask a race car driver to, how to be a doctor. And you're not going to ask a doctor how to be a race car driver, right? That you're just not, that doesn't mean that those two aren't incredible. It just means that they're not the ones to ask necessarily for you to try to learn how to be one or the other, right? If you want to be a doctor, you should talk to some doctors. If you want to be a race car driver, you should talk to some race car drivers. Do you see where I'm going with this? So it's just my thoughts about what you can do effectively. I suppose in the end, the best advice, which you're going to love it, the best advice really would be, don't rush into the coaching. Do some research so that when you go into a situation, you're ready. And you're not expecting the coach to, solve the goals that you have. And I think that's the biggest thing. As long as you yourself set your goals of what you're trying to accomplish. Now, that doesn't mean you can't talk to a coach or an advisor and say, hey, I'm thinking of doing this, what do you see with your experience of working with people is realistic? I think that's something worth asking people, because I work with a lot of people, and a lot of times there might be unrealistic goals, like I'm going to start this business and in a year I'm going to make $100,000. Where do you go anywhere and do that? You know what I mean? And I think make money is, I think profit, it's better we could talk about profit. I don't want to get into a whole bunch of business stuff, but these things are important, to think about for you so that when you go in any situation with a coach, you really have an idea of what you are trying to accomplish, and then, see if they can help you accomplish that. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Hey, please take a moment to like and subscribe, and also, leave some comments below about maybe questions about coaching if you're interested in working with me on a coach, or you just have thoughts in general, about coaching, and I'd love to hear what your experiences are and things like that. But thank you guys so much for watching. You have a wonderful Tuesday. I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.